We've seen a lot of change. I mean, for the last 5 years, we've seen a big change in the sense that people are doing things right now. People are actually moving. People have started to value technology from a strategic perspective. So a couple of years ago, like nobody cared. There's a big gap in the last 10 years in terms of, evolving technology. Most companies were kind of like comfortable where they were, and nobody was doing, some exception, but for the most part, everybody was kind of like, they just stayed put. Now we've seen a big explosion in the sense that people want to do stuff. It's pretty amazing. People want to, people are eager to do new things.
Well, just came back from SAF, and as I was telling you, there was a great presentation there by Jim Daly of Floralife, who travels internationally, and flowers are being sourced, he says, globally from all over. I mean, let's face it, flowers now have the attention of the world. Kenya, I believe, is, but many of these areas, are still in their infancy. And talking about the future, I've been in the business 62 years, and I probably won't be around to see a lot of this, but I do think that flowers are just getting better and better, and we have more connection with the consumer, so the opportunities are there.
Gladiolas were once the flower, I think.
Yeah.
And growing up, lifting gladiolas are very heavy.
They're very heavy.
We graduated to adulthood, and once you could lift a box of gladiolas,
yeah,
that was our threshold. But of course, they became sort of the funeral flower, and I think ultimately that didn't kill them, but anyway, sort of promoted their death.
Yes. But I think now we're seeing a whole generation of people that do not view them that way, that see them as the architectural, beautiful flower that they are. And I think we're going to see a resurgence, and I'm working on ways to help the retailer expand their vocabulary of gladiolas from just the sympathy to there's nothing more beautiful in a contemporary home.
It's a marketing program disguised as education, where the florist would go into the school and give a class to children and the teachers about how to take care of flowers, a little bit of flower trivia. Every child would get a bouquet of flowers, would make their own bouquet of flowers and get an invitation to go to the flower shop to take a quiz, get 2 more flowers, their diploma, and they have to be accompanied by an
adult, yes.
With
money, yes.
It didn't say that on the invitation, but you get the general idea.
That was the general idea.
And the florists who use flowers for kids have actually increased their sales anywhere between 5 and 25%.
Brian has bought a whole bunch of companies all around the country, I think, haven't you?
We have. We've taken advantage of some great opportunities over the last few years. We think since 2001, most especially, the industry's been in a total upheaval. So we've had an opportunity to buy some real big brands. We bought Amblings in Chicago. We bought Lairs in Denver. We bought Fallon's in Raleigh, North Carolina. Jenny's in Tampa. French Bouquet in Las Vegas, just to name a few. Piccolo's in Omaha, Nebraska. So really, we've had a great opportunity because of the way the economic situation has been to be able to survive with some of these companies. I think most of them were headed down a path of total extinction, and I think we've been able to take some of our buying power and be able to keep them alive.
And they were essentially retail chains, weren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, at one time, Lairs had 18 stores in Denver. Jenny's was an icon in Tampa. Fallon's had many stores throughout North Carolina. So a lot of these were some of our most favored top 10 operations in the country. And after Gerald Stevens got a hold of some of them, and after maybe in Emily's case, 6 generations, where people seem to lose interest after 130 years.
Go figure.